over here installing a glass shower door. Whether you have this exact model or you have a different one, there's some things in this video that might help you on how to install it, especially if you're a do-it-yourselfer. First things first, you're definitely going to need some Loctite for your screws. And what you're going to want to do when you go to put this together, don't just start opening boxes and start putting it together. You're going to want to open it up. I have all my parts laid out and I have them in groups. What I mean by groups is I have them all together where the two boxes are number 4. These are the same part. This one's an odd one where there's only one. And I have number 8, number 7. Yours might not be marked like this. It might be a little different. What you're going to want to do is open each type of item. And what you're doing is inventorying it and looking at what each part is. That way when you go and read everything in your manual, you know what every part looks like, and you'll say, oh yeah, I remember that one. So that'll help you guys out in the beginning too. Okay, I have 4 of these same ones, and just by looking at them, I was able to skim through the manual and I was able to know what these ones did. So give you an idea. So you have this block here. Oh, this is an odd one. I'm sorry. Okay, this one says 12-7. There's only one of these, and just by looking at it, I knew that this was the mount that went in the center right here. That both of the glass doors, one locked on it and one of them slid back and forth. So just giving you guys an idea to look at everything, look it over. This is what I was talking about. These ones I know will. Let me tear it open. And I got one hand making this video for you guys. And by the way, this is the Dreamline model Enigma X. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you have this same exact model or not. Gosh, if I can get this thing open. Anyways, okay. I know that this piece right here is going to mount to the base of the shower curb. And it's got rubber things inside, which means the glass would go in between. And you'd use an Allen wrench to clamp it together. So there's probably going to be, let me turn the page here on this model. These are going to lock in on the corners right here where it's going to mount to the shower curb and it's going to hold the glass in place. Just look at all your items like I was saying. So I have this big big metal beam. It's got holes in it on one side and not on the other. I would understand that it's got to go in a certain way. All the parts and understanding where they go. I know that one of these goes on one end and another one goes on the other end, and this like rubber gasket obviously gets mounted to the wall where I insert the big pipe into it, use an Allen wrench to lock into it. So could really help you guys out a lot just looking at everything. Another little metal bracket here with a slit in the center. I have an idea that this would go in the entranceway right here just to keep water from going over that backsplash. I was peeking at the glass. I actually opened the whole box up and got an idea of where the slits were and how one piece of glass was bigger than the other pieces. I actually have 3 pieces of glass in here, 2 in here and 1 in here. This way I know that they're actually all 3 different sizes, and now when I go to skim over my manual, I know how many pieces I have and what I have. They also have that's going to go over it, probably to keep the water away. I got 3 pieces, 2 that look like this, and it looks like the glass would go into one section, and this would be some type of flap, and I got 1 that goes like that. So, all right, so now that you've got everything and how many pieces you have, probably read the entire manual, which is only about 20 pages. It'll probably take me 45 minutes, if that. And then when I go to put this thing together, I'm going to have a better idea of where pieces go. I'm probably not going to make any mistakes. I'm going to be able to think ahead and know where the pieces go. So hopefully this video helps you out on how to install this thing and give you a better understanding on how to put this thing together, especially if you're a do-it-yourselfer. You could skim over all the pieces. It shows you now, and now you can refer. I knew I had 2 of those things. I know I have 2 of these, 1 of these rollers. You understand where every piece goes now, and they're going to mount to the glass. I'm going to know where the brackets go, how to install the glass door in place, to the shower. So probably gonna get started on this in a few hours. Let's get going. Do-it-yourselfers who have no idea how to drill through ceramic, there is a product available out there that you hook up to your drill. It's like a diamond tipped drill bit. Some of them are hollow in the center, some of them look like this. You're gonna want somebody squirting water at the area that you're drilling. You could build a ring with plumber's putty and build like a pool where you go to drill it in, so the water is always having contact with your ceramic, porcelain, marble, whatever it may be, and this is drilling. Must stay wet. You don't want your tile cracking, or this will just also buckle up and just be destroyed. These are very expensive at your hardware store, but if you pick them up on eBay, I think I paid like $4 for 10 of these things, where Home Depot will charge you $15 just for one of these. So just to let you know, that's a high markup item for those big box stores. And that product is available to cut holes into where you want to get into the stud. So whether you have this shower or the other one, and you're gonna go through this manual and go through every single piece, that accessory that comes with it. Got a sock there so it doesn't scrape the wall or crack the glass. Understand every single hole and every single piece. A lot of these showers, when they're designed by the companies, don't actually want you putting it together yourself. They want you to call a professional because they don't think you can do it. Being that these are not normal instructions when you go through this, it doesn't really tell you, like this piece, it's not numbered or marked, and it doesn't really tell you where it goes. So that's why you have to go over it and understand where each piece goes. I've actually pre-mounted all the pieces, and looking at pictures, I know that the screws go on the inside of the shower. Some of these have a Clear Max glass. Clear Max means that it's more resistant to mildew and soap scum and stuff like that. This one is a double pane where it's double-sided with the Clear Max. So that's nice, but they tell you to wipe it down every time you're done showering. Yeah, right, like you're really gonna do that. Okay, anyways, I've put all the hardware pieces, like I told you, understand where everyone goes. I've locked this piece on, I've locked the two bumper bars that are up here. This one still slides, I got it loose. I've put this piece on, so I understand where every single piece goes and how it's gonna go. The reason I've taped this, so when I put that big piece of glass over here, I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna mark where those metal mounts are gonna go, and I know that they're gonna go right here. I'm gonna mark it. Then I can remove the shower, put the screw holes in where it needs to be, and then I'm pretty much ready to mount this thing. So that's the first step. Understanding where every single piece goes. That's your first thing. Glass door up against the wall. Got a towel over there so it's safe. I know where all my mounts go. And I've taken measurements of the distance that the glass door is going to be, which is this line here from that wall. I want to show you guys what I've done. I'm going to screw this little hole here. This piece right here. I'm keeping the rubber on there because that side is that's going to be before the glass. And see what I've done? That line right here is the distance of the glass going up to here. I took a measurement from this distance here to that wall precisely, and I've marked it on my measuring tape, and then I marked it over here. That's why I put the green tape so you guys can see what's going on, the painter's tape. And right here, I have the center from the distance from the notch. Sorry, the vacuum's in the way. The notch, I've marked a little black dot. Right there, you can hardly see it. From the distance of the center, where that screw is, to that tip of that glass. And with that measurement, up against this wall, all the way over here, and I'm telling you guys, double check your measurements, triple check them. It won't hurt. Take your time. All right, so the distance from the glass, and I know that glass is gonna be pressing up against here, and that's why I've marked that little tiny hole right there. And I've got my wet saw diamond tip drill bits that I'm going to use to mount this. And once I've got all three brackets mounted, which is this one, The one that's gonna go over here, which I've done the same thing, but I used the green tape for you guys. So you can see it, you already know what I did over there. One bracket there, one bracket there, and there's gonna be one up there, which I haven't gotten to yet. I'm gonna take the measurement distance from up and down and I'm gonna mount all 3 brackets. That way when I pick up this 100-pound glass pane up in there, I have nothing to worry about because I know that I'll have some type of support in all 3 corners. It's here, and it's very heavy, but I've taken many measurements and I've mounted the support bracket on this end. I've taken measurements of the distance from the main shower rod, and I've got it mounted to the ladder instead of somebody holding it for me. But I know that that has to be about 9 inches up to go into that hole right there. You can see it into the glass. And I've got all 3 brackets put in. And the way I did that was I put the first 2, taking measurements the distance of that bar, going left and right, and I've mounted them in place. I've taken many measurements, making sure that to account for the space that I'm gonna have in between here. It's just not gonna sit right up against it. It's impossible because of that screw there. Also, you're gonna wanna put silicone underneath it. And remember, no matter how perfect you get it, you're never gonna get it flush where that glass window is gonna fit just on it. You may get it within a 1/4 inch of the entire area. I've purchased a good silicone. Make sure to use just silicone, not the other stuff. God, I can't even think right now what it is. Anyways, this is Gorilla Glue. It's about $8-9 bucks. And the first thing it says on your instructions is it is for tub and tile gaps, cracks, paint, stuff like that. So that's some really good stuff to use for your shower. It's mildew resistant. That's another thing you're gonna wanna look for. Anyways, I'm ready to take the shower glass door and put it in place, and hopefully everything fits just as it should with my measurements that I've taken. So let's see what happens. Got my glass door in place. I haven't siliconed the outer perimeter yet. I'm waiting just in case if I have to tweak it just a hair or something. You don't want to sit there and cut all that silicone off. So once I've got this bracket installed into that wall, and I know the 2 glass doors that go over there are well and perfect, which I'm sure they will be, then I'll go ahead and silicone it when I'm completely done. So got all my mounts in place. Make sure that you have a couple people helping you with this. It can get very heavy. Lay some towels down just in case it slips, it won't shatter. I didn't have any accidents or anything like that. Very heavy glass doors, especially if you're doing something like this. But I've done a lot of level checking. The reason I've got these ramp wedges in there is because when I go to silicone it and then it dries, then I'll remove these and silicone the spots that were holding it in place. This way I know it doesn't shift or move before that silicone is in place. That silicone will actually help it keep its distance from where you want it. So I got that in. I've got the glass door laying here. Got a towel in between so it doesn't touch anything. We don't want any shattering. I'm gonna mount the 2 wheels that go onto this door, insert it inside it, and then hang it over. So real simple here. I've also level checked my main bar if you have something like this, if you're doing a shower like this, that I've put my level on there and made sure that it's perfectly straight, being that the door, you don't want to slide in this way or that way. So just moving on forward, showing you guys where I'm at, and keep going. And then shower accessories like this. Make sure to use a thread lock. There's a removable one and there's one that's non-removable. I went with the removable one just in case one day I gotta remove it, or if I go to put in the shower door and I just want to adjust it. It is removable, so that is just an option out there, but definitely use a thread lock. Guys, fully installed. Use lots of thread lock on all the accessories that come with the shower, nuts, bolts, all that stuff. So thanks for watching. Hope this video helps you guys out, and give me a thumbs up.